okay?
Lard
She was
bucket.
68 pounds when I got back from the major. I can guarantee that she's lost at least 2 pounds since then.
Very reasonable
I can't
stuff.
guarantee that, but probably.
Yeah, anyway, you were saying how High Shaggy is your favorite player in the NA region. I was hoping that you could kind of elaborate on that for the viewers.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but he definitely does fun things on camera to slowly poison his body, but also entertain us. So that is one of the reasons that he is. I'm glad he's here. NA DPC.
I love that he does just the eye shot, like he did that on purpose. Oh, that's good. There we go.
I had an idea recently that the reason their cameras are so badly pointed is because their rooms are fucking messy. Do you think that's accurate? That's just
that is definitely accurate. Yeah, I definitely do that one. Got a wraparound here coming. Gunner jumps body block, but he's taking a lot of damage. That is also Warlock. He's going to be putting that damage to all of Nouns, as it's a 5-man, I believe.
Yeah.
Whatever Warlock's Q is called.
The old Fatal Bond.
Yes, of course.
He got it level 1, which is surprising, right? It helped him get the kill. No, it really didn't that much. I mean, it was like the guy that died, he was dealing damage to I don't know. This seems a little weird, right? He doesn't have Shadow Ward now. He's going to be able to push out the wave, maybe get a pull going. I guess that's his plan here with the Sentry Ward, but I was surprised to see it.
1 tango damage to every lane, or 1/3 of 1 tango is what he just did there. So very good stuff.
Plus he's got the Ring of Base. I mean, he can Fatal Bond to the Eidolons. Okay, that's cool. I guess that's a good way to deal with the Eidolons.
Yeah, that's true, because they can.
Now they're just.
You go ahead. This is my first. This is not easy.
You just have to.
I don't know how you and Moxie
You just got to power through. You just got to power through it. You just have to like pretend like you don't care what the other person is saying, which will be not too hard here.
That's very rude, though.
I just keep talking.
I respect what you're saying a lot. Is the problem? So it's very hard.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But yeah, if you Fatal Bond the Eidolons to the creep wave, actually, like look what the lengths Z-Freak just had to go through to like avoid Eidolons dying. He actually just sent them all across the safe lane here.
Yeah, I saw that. How do you feel about this Enigma hero now that the Eidolons have been so damn nerfed? 1 every 60 seconds.
They still hit very hard, Jenkins. So I gotta say it's a downside, but still seems good to me. What do you think about this this kill that I'm sure you didn't miss?
Yes, of course. Very nice stuff coming out from both sides here. I think if you're Nouns, you're probably happy with that, taking out the offlaner, and your position 5 gets to go for that free fountain trip, getting his entire mana and HP pullback. Very nice on a Viper.
Yeah, that does feel really good. What about this mid Marcy though? Gunner going for rebound level 1. He's gotten 2 points in sidekick to just ideally out deny last hit his opponent, get that sustain in there. Do you think this is a viable way to play the Marcy? I know Gunner's a little bit more of the atypical mid player. I'm a big fan of the playstyle, but is it good?
The Marcy. I can't help but feel with Nouns, like they watched that series earlier today, as Shaggy is putting on quite a lot of pressure here. Has that waning rift, but it's only level 1. His double creep wave. That's a juicy one for Gunner.
Yeah, he's just going to start his bottle right now. So there actually is kill potential here for High Shaggy. He's got both spells available if he does want to go for the dive.
Orbing through. I mean, keeping him low enough that Gunner's feeling like he kind of has to hug the tower here. As you can see, also raindrop in his quick buy. Like he's really looking to get that item as soon as he can.
I mean, he's going to have to go get the bounty rune, I feel like. He's going to have to power chug the bottle like you and your Jenkins juice, and then go fill it back up again to just satisfy his crippling addiction to caffeine and whatever the hell goes in the bottle.
That's right. That'd be the ADHD medication right there, which of course Gunner and Shaggy both have. Moo getting spun on top. SMD. I think Jubei was also smacking out one of those creeps back there to do a little bit more damage with the Fatal Bonds. So yeah, very nice kill on Moo. He's got that armor, but does nothing against a Juggernaut spin.
Yeah, that was the thing about this lane that I was a little bit unsure about. Sure, like you're denying some experience and stuff for the Enigma, but like a laning stage, well, playing some like obvious stunner against Jug just doesn't feel that safe to me. But on the bright side, Moo does have decent levels. He's level 3. Scourge McDuck is a little bit ahead, but close enough.
Yeah, and no boots on Moo either. Like he just raw stats here, so they can make some pretty easy goes on him, I think, in that lane. But yeah, Z-Freak is just jungling. Like they're doing this weird. Oh, actually, High Shaggy gets gone by Gunner. He's got a lot of damage. That's just a free kill. And the water runes as well.
Okay.
He's going to get both water runes.
Yeah, that's called a major game recovery right there. Big kill. Yeah, he orbed to get a last hit, and then Gunner's like, okay, I'm just going to kill you now. Does the old rebound after him, gives himself 50 damage and 45% life. So yeah, there's nothing Puck can do at that point. Now the lane is more than equalized here for Gunner. Very good for him.
As on the bot lane, there's a bit of a toss back that happens on a Husky. End up doing another one of these core for support trades, so I think Nouns is perfectly happy with that. Costa Belay, very farmed on the bot lane as Gunner's putting on a lot of harass mid. He feels very confident after that kill, and Shaggy does not have any boots. He's going for this Witchblade Rush build, which we've seen a lot of people doing, just skipping entirely the boots.
Why do you think it's worth it? Why do some players do this?
I think it's something where like you just plan on, okay, actually, top lane, lots of harass coming out on SMD. He does have the healing ward, so that will keep him alive for a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of damage from those Eidolons. You're right. Those are pretty strong, even though they're on a little bit less of a cooldown, or more of a cooldown. I think the Witchblade. I think the Witchblade thing is like a lot of Puck players like to sit mid and shove out the wave anyway. It just gives you the Witchblade sooner, which feels like the strongest timing for the hero. As Costa Belay getting a bit low. No regen. Husky is in great position though to keep harassing as B-God gets very low, and Gunner gets another kill onto Shaggy solo.
Yeah, I managed to watch that one entirely, luckily. Shaggy is not 6 yet. Gunner basically did a little toss back, popped his ulti, did one punch rotation with sidekick, and got Puck down to like 20% HP. So it was actually very easy to follow up after that. Puck's forced to orb back. Gunner anticipates that, runs with the orb, gets an easy follow-up. He did a cool little thing where he actually punched the range creep, trying to kill him with the AoE damage. It didn't work. He had to chase him down to finish it up. But Puck does not have good armor, and we're really seeing that here.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is not something that I would expect to be very strong against the Puck, as the coil does come out. Toss back as well on the Jubei. There's a lot of lifesteal coming up from this Marcy here. And it looks like she's gonna be perfectly fine unless Shaggy has another round of spells. Nope, nothing. He did have Waning Rift, just barely. But I don't think it would have been enough with the raindrop.
Yeah, I think he had like 150 HP or something like that, so... all right, pretty good for Gunner so far. He's gonna head back to the lane.
Oh, there's the
that
kill. Yeah.
See how low he got off of those 3 punches?
Yeah.
It was pretty bunkers.
I love that he goes for the cheeky play on that range creep too, like you mentioned. That's such a Gunner classic. It's like, doesn't even need it, he goes for it anyway. As the healing ward does go down. Some free gold there. SMD does have a spin. Gonna get healed up by Jubei.
And Sven's working. I mean, they're basically even on last hits, so they got to be happy with the current position. Mu has about half a level ahead of him as well, so that means the kill potential is maybe there when he hits 6 or if there's a rotation. But you know, killing the Jug, it's great, but maybe they just want to pressure him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the idea in this top lane is that Warlock plus Jug is not really gonna do, like, Warlock doesn't apply any pressure, right? So you pick the Enigma, and you pick a hero like Sven that is like fast move speed, has a stun that you feel like as long as you get boots, like you're right, he's super high level up here on Mu despite the kill, and it's because Z-Freak just hasn't been there, right? Because they're playing into Warlock, so Z-Freak's been able to just like essentially jungle.
Yeah, he's very tanky. He's got high raw HP with this double brace pickup. We're gonna see Viper die in the bot lane. Costa Belay still looking for more pressure. His rotation.
TPs. Okay, does he have the toss back?
This ulti looks good.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. As Costa Belay, he steals the last hit. That's a good carry.
This just gives me flashbacks from when Marcy came out, and like she was just like absolutely destroying people with her ulti. Like the fact that she gets the TP to the safe lane as a level 8 hero, it's like, what the hell does Zeus do against that?
Yeah, not much really. As can we get a replay of those bounty runes that came out there? I just watched Gunner pick up 3 bounty runes and chug 6 bottle charges. So that rotation was just totally free. No, dude, it was 3. It was 3, bro. It was 3. We'll get the replay. We'll get the replay. Don't worry.
I'm opening the old you know, when you press enter and you see what happened in the game.
Yeah.
There's only 2 bounty runes.
Nah, dude, the packet got lost. I'm telling you. I saw 3 there. He chugged.
Oh yeah, the players just said yeah.
Yeah, see what I mean? The packets got lost. There were 3 charges. So yeah, despite Gunner doing very well mid lane, Shaggy is still keeping up. He's 200 net worth advantage despite 2 deaths. So
that's great.
Yeah, pretty solid. Almost as a Witchblade. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait.
1 and used.
Oh, man, we can't see that. Okay, 2.
1, 2, and used. And then he's walking away.
Dude, I'm telling you, some other...
It was the packet loss.
The packets
You're
got
right.
lost. It didn't come up on the thing. Is there not... I had my camera. I swear I saw 3. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I swear to
You
God.
were losing it, yeah.
4 runes. 3 of those that Gunnar got. Of course, the packet was lost. Don't show me the time.
Jenkins, you know who's doing really good, though?
Who?
It's Enigma. Look at that net worth. Look at that fat net worth. Fatter than
true.
my dog, for
Yeah,
sure.
Look
at him.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, he's getting there. He can create black holes with his mess. So, I mean, can you really compare the two?
Z-Freak's not out here eating entire steaks that a human couldn't finish, but the dog, 2 or 3 of those easily, could pound that down. Size of that thing.
Why did you call her the dog?
I don't know, because it's just an animal,
Okay.
Just a beast.
Keep that in mind. You're not going to talk about Z-Freak's beast play so far, though, and how much net worth he has?
He has a lot of
he's
net
close
worth,
to enemy offlaner.
Yeah, he's been just jungling up a storm. Got those mana boots.
Arcane boots.
Yep.
And a Ring of Basilius. He's going to be demonic converting until the game ends. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's true. Nouns is kind of playing this one slow. And I don't know. I feel like, Enigma late game, Sven off lane, Marcy doing so well mid. Like, Tiny Carry in general, I think does pretty well in this game. I'm not... Do you know any stats on how the Jug Tiny matchup goes? I feel like that might be a bit Jug favored because of the Omni. My gut says it's a bit Jug favored. As Gunnar.
I'm not. We'll see if he lives, yeah.
He's
Ends up
dead.
getting killed by everything. DD plus Zeus plus Stormbreak ulti. I assume that the Jug's Omni Slash is going to feel like absolute crap this game because of the prevalence of offlane Sven. Like, I just don't see Sven not buying Shard at some point, giving his team 7 armor, plus War Cries and another 15. Like, yeah, Jugs do a lot of, like, Maelstrom Omni Slashing, maybe some Mjolnir Omni Slashing, so it's not all physical, but I just can't help but think that Omni Slash, which currently looks kind of mediocre in a lot of those Omni builds, I just can't see it looking borderline useless in some of these fights.
Yeah, that's true. The Sven armor plus the Grow as well. As Gunnar does TP towards top, they're looking to get a free stun here. They do get the stun onto the Jug. And the Sven ulti? Yeah, that's free. That's free. Nice rotation from Gunnar.
Awesome damage right there. And he puts 2 points in Great Cleave now because he's like, all right, the lane's over. I know what I'm doing after. It's going to be jungling with sidekick. Gunnar is the sidekick now.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is like the kind of Amar-inspired offlaning right here. Holding the points. And then once the lane ends, you go for, like, essentially the carry build, which is great because there are stacks that looks like Jubei has been stacking up in the jungle. And they want to contest it. A little late, though.
It's just done already. They literally have the 2 greatest cleavers in the entire game on their team.
That's right. That is true. As
They'll
Shaggy.
get the other 2 stack, I guess.
Yeah, they go for the other one. You get excited by the Tumblr's toy? Is that what that was?
No, it was like a making fun of, well, not making fun of them necessarily, but, being like, that's your, congratulations, you cleared like a 2 stack.
Oh, yeah, like, that's a juicy stack.
Getting
Yeah,
all your
I got you.
resources
I got
stolen,
you.
but like in a sarcastic way,
Right. It was a bit of sarcasm.
You ever
there.
do one of those sarcasms?
No. As Moo makes his way towards the bot
just did
lane,
one.
he's
Heard it right there.
definitely going to ignore what you're saying here. As Moo's trying to go for the last hit. Rajik does not want to let this happen. What a bit of a weird situation going on, though. B-God. Oh, my God. He is so dead. That is not fun to be playing against Marcy as Zeus.
He didn't even have to unleash. Just straight up broke him in half.
Very free. Very free.
Do you know the Marcy lore? The Dragon Blood Season 2 spoilers?
I did watch 3 episodes of that and then gave up as Gunnar gets gone on. Marcy dying here like she does in the anime. Maybe he can turn it around, actually. No, yeah, maybe he can. I'm actually totally wrong. Okay, Z-Freak's there. He's silenced, so he can't ult. Can't hold just yet.
That was close.
Yeah, almost got it off.
That would have definitely saved her. So that Marcy lifesteal, pretty good. Pretty good.
Fully maxed out. Go for that BKB. I like a Moo's build. You like this? It's just the pipe brush. He's just like, hey guys, you're gonna take no damage from any source.
Dude, I love buying pipe. I buy it too often, but I'm a huge fan. I mean, number one, they're against the Zeus, right? They're against a puck as well.
Fatal Bonds as well.
B-God looking
Yeah, he gets
In
stunned
trouble.
up. Okay, the Warlock ulti comes out on the back line. Rajix is in. He's got no mana left. Gunnar is also in. Doesn't have the ulti. Moo's still doing a decent amount of damage. Shaggy's there. There's the Omni Slash. Coming out onto everybody that's coiled. Also Fatal Bond. So that's a lot of damage going through on all of these heroes. Costa Bile is kind of killing Gunnar with the Fatal Bonds in a way. Scourge, he's chasing. Needs a couple more hits. But Tiny, all right, he's a pig. And he's running away. Moo survived that somehow too. I don't know how he got out, but he did.
Not bad. The Dream Coil was a monster there. Really nice rotation from High Shaggy to respond to that, because it looked pretty bad for the cut at first.
Oh, Z-Freak. He's going for a bit of a wraparound. He's sneaky. He's peeping.
Keep in mind that was Jubei that set that up. That chaotic offering basically just bought the cut time to follow up nicely on the team fight here. He's invisible.
He's sneaking around. Not.
They put a...
I heard an ulti.
Just...
That's on a creep. That's on the ancient golem that dies. Okay, protects the tower, I guess.
Feels bad when you kill a little bit too late like that. Or don't kill it at all, I suppose.
Is there a timer?
But as long... I mean, only known to the Warlock.
Only to Warlock?
Team, yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if that
Just
was enemies that could see that.
No, it doesn't work like that. Same with all this other wards too, very similar. The old Wraith Pact, the healing ward. You don't know when it's going to die.
That's true, but you can click on wards and see when wards are going to die, right? Like regular wards.
Exactly,
So
but that was a buff of life or whatever, so that you can know how desperately you need to get that last hit on the ward before your sentry goes away.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Anything buff supports, I'm down with.
Yeah, of course. So the Sven armor that he gets from Warcry covers that physical aspect. The pipe's going to cover the magic aspect. He's just going to keep his team alive while also doing a absolute shitload of damage. So I think it's kind of cool to go for the pipe. Maybe some initiation would be nice, but as long as, if you look at the cut lineup, it is kind of ability focused. Like, it's going to be Dream Coil, Dawn ulti, Omni Slash, Warlock Golem, Zeus ulti. It's a lot of freaking damage, but if they can't sustain through it with like a pipe and maybe even a mech, I feel like they just wash over their opponents immediately afterwards.
Yeah, mech or Greave sounds like insane with that build actually, because you have all of this resistance in both physical and magical, and then it's just effective HP when you're applying that healing. Although he does have the tread, so I would imagine you'd probably go for Greaves if you wanted a mech. Maybe on Enigma actually though.
Yeah, but Enigma does need a lot of other items. He's buying the Vlads first, since it is typical and good for him. The other downside, though, is if you buy way too many defensive items, there's other aspects of the game that kind of just like rear their head, but they are giving Viper some farm here. Costa Billy gonna get ganked here by Shaggy. He's got the haste, he definitely catches him.
Yeah, he catches him out. Dawnbreaker ulti comes in. It's not gonna be kept in the coil, though, as the stun does come out. He's very low HP on Costa Billy. Gunnar jumps in. Moo is also there. There's a Fatal Bonds and also a Warlock Golem. Does a lot of damage if you just stand in it. As we can see there, Moo's taking a lot of damage. There's pure damage from those Flaming Fists as Rajix, he ends up going down. Shaggy, does he have a haste? Why is he so fast? He does have a haste. As B-God very slowly and pathetically going down to the Husky Viper here. There's a position 5 versus position 4 fight. And that was a 3 for 3. But the carry survives on the side of the cut, and he's just free farming in the bot lane. So the cut is definitely cool with that. That was great for them.
Yeah, definitely are. Still haven't been able to see a black hole just yet, unfortunately, but definitely a good fight for the cut. Marcy is looking kind of effective, but she's just kind of dying to the magic damage in these elongated fights, even though her lifesteal is so good. Until Gunnar finishes the BKB, he still feels a bit like a liability. He TP'd instantly on Gunnar's side. Puck misexecuted a little bit. I would have liked to see him silence there instead of phase shift. Could have prevented the avalanche from coming out, but yeah, Gunnar fighting to the death a bit. All of a sudden just took way too much magic.
Yeah, and Jubei doesn't quite die there, so he actually gets the golem off, which I think was pretty impactful in that fight. As it looks like Nouns, they're chilling a little bit now, which makes a lot of sense. We saw Gunnar struggling in that last fight to all of that insane magic damage. Like, they need BKBs really badly if they want to go in, especially on this Marcy. He's just melting.
Yep. He's getting pretty close, though. About 900 gold away. He's going to hit some creep waves bottom for a moment here. Ooh, the Idol on attack speed talent for Z-Freak. He's skilling the Hand of Midas effectively. I don't see that too often, I gotta say.
I don't think I've seen that before. I don't think I've seen it.
It's really hard for him to land silent or stuns this game, though. It's against a Puck, who's going to, like, just Wayne Rift him. It's against a Jug, who's going to probably just spin. So like, and maybe Dawnbreaker gets shard eventually. In some ways, like he's just going to increase his farm speed with this, which seems kind of cool. It's not like it doesn't do good damage, so.
Yeah. I'm also kind of getting the vibe in general in this game that Nouns is okay with going late game, like moves, holding the points, and then skilling up the cleave. It just, and not going for like the blink dagger, not looking to pressure instead of like looking to be defensive. It seems to me that they just feel like they have the better late game. So yeah, like you said, kind of a Midas. That's pretty cool. As keep forgetting that I'm the play-by-play caster. Rajix gets gone on. Yeah, he's dead. Lots of stun duration between all these heroes.
There's another carry right there. Rajix going for the Desolator on the Dawnbreaker, first item.
Yep. First item. Choice. Wow, that is not. Yeah, that's not normal. Usually it's Echo Saber into BKB, right? Doesn't even have the Ag Shard on Dawnbreaker.
I mean, he's queuing it up. He's about 600 gold away. Once he gets it, it'll be in a better place. But it is the best damage item on the hero, for certainly. Like, Echo Saber is more of like a chase and get Luminosity proc type thing. So, kind of just depends on the player, I guess. He's got Flow Ring, he's got Wand. He's got the old toy, the Tumbler toy, to fill up his mana too. So, should be fine. But yeah, the fact that Nouns seems confident going late game is... interesting, but I guess once they get BKBs, that will solve a lot of the problems. No more Fatal Bonds. Puck ulti doesn't do shit. Zeus ulti pretty much inconsequential. Even Dawnbreaker not going to cover that much. So if they just have, literally if they're just together and they Warcry, I just don't see how they lose.
The smoke comes out. B-God, he uses the ult to scout. Gets a two-man coil. Costa Billy, he's going to go down. That's the Omni Slush used. Definitely worth it for the carry. Enigma's TPing, he cancels the TP, so it's just Moo here. Can they get some sort of slow on him? I think that's the Witchblade. He is going to TP. He's got a lot of armor. Can't actually get it because B-God, he was there just barely in range. As another really clean gank from the cut. Every gank that they've done has pretty much connected with Costa Billy for this game as it's going.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. Jube even committing his 10th talent tree point into more Fatal Bond damage, just really leveraging the high burst that they have. It's like it is a nasty way to play against a Warlock when he is just effectively an amplifier for his whole squad. So even if they want to get tanky, if they don't get tanky enough and they die in these moments, their builds are gonna feel really bad in like 5 or 10 minutes if they're just way behind in net worth from losing fights.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it does feel like maybe this is not the lineup you want to go late game against. And the cut, they're looking to chain this smoke, which Owie69000 recently said to me doesn't think NA teams do this enough, so maybe he's been coaching High Shaggy. I know they're friends. As Z-Freak, he gets scouted in the tree. Shaggy sees him, and he's slowly going to go down here. There's nobody that can help him. This is just a free kill on him. Nice, very nice scouting from Shaggy. Cool. Yeah, good presence of mind from him.
They did scan for it. So they knew he was there, but still the fact that he caught him basically right on with the orb was great. He's just been sitting up here pressuring the tower. Actually hasn't done much of any damage to the tower, but forcing the cut to run across the map, that part at least is good because Nouns has been very consistent at getting creep waves all over the place. Sven is just about finished his pipe, about 80 gold to go for that. As a plate mail on Viper as well, he's going to get a Lotus Orb to keep his team a little bit more survivable, which will be very good. Remove Fatal Bonds, reflect some spells, maybe reflect the Fatal Bonds. And BKB's up on Marcy as well, so they are super down to fight as long as Gunnar can kill heroes now. And he's got the Brigand's Blade as well, so in case he wasn't going to do enough damage, it's going to be a little bit better.
Oh my god, that item is like, that's going to have such a high win rate on Marcy. I do want to ask you a question, and I'm not memeing with this because I know this is a very typical play-by-play question to ask. But if you're Nouns, like, what do you think the timing is? Because when I look at that, the reason that I ask is because I'm not really seeing one that's like that obvious. Like the Blink Dagger on Enigma might be one in another game, but they're playing against Warlock, right? So it doesn't feel like there's really a huge timing that they can go on. I'm curious what you think about that.
I guess the most obvious one is the one that's happening like literally right now. They have BKB that's finished on Tiny. They have BKB that's finished on Marcy. They have Pipe that's finished on Sven. Maybe Enigma's not going to be able to easily get a Black Hole off, but I don't see how Gunnar doesn't just like run into this fight outside of getting Omni Slash, outside of Warcry, where he doesn't just like easily kill 2 of the supports. Keep in mind that in the draft, the final phase, they banned Anti-Mage because the obvious reason, right? Like Zeus and Warlock hate that hero getting on top of them because they can't defend themselves. How is that not going to be the case when Marcy just presses BKB right now? I feel like with the exception of B-God, heavenly leaping away, they're just going to get beat down very quickly. And yeah, maybe they get some of their value off, but a lot of that's going to be offset by BKB probably. So as long as Nouns takes a decent initiation fight where it's like about even, I feel like they're going to crush this fight. Because if we look at the cut side, the only BKB they have is Jug Spin. That's it. There's a Veil on Zeus. High Shaggy does have a blink with his Switchblade, so he's going to be good at going in and out, but
they're trying to go on move
I guess
here.
They have Shard on Radix.
And
there's the
that's
best spell in the game right there.
Quite a lot of slow, surprisingly. I didn't expect that. As Jug gets tossed back, Gunnar does not press the BKB. Moo's taking a lot of damage. The Black Hole comes out onto 2. The Warlock ulti, it does interrupt that, though. As SMD, he goes down. As so does Moo at the same time. Gunner's in. He's got that BKB. Like you said, Jubei's getting focused. He's going on these supports. And that's a triple kill for Gunnar. Okay, so...
Nice.
Yeah, Gunnar BKB timing, just like you said, very strong in this point of the game. As goes to Billy. He's looking for more. Nah, he's not going to find B-God. He's a little too slow.
You know what's actually really big there is that Moo's pipe got delivered during that gank, actually. So he got to pop his
the double
hood barrier, and he got to pipe bury immediately afterwards. Gave him a lot more survivability. He maybe could have turned to try to throw Stormhammer before he died, but no matter what, I'm sure High Shake would have been able to phase shift dodge that one. But look how much pressure had to go on him. Upheaval, seriously, though. That spell is legitimately
so
powerful.
slow.
And in all other situations, he just disengages here. Look, he even got whipped. Look at him.
Yeah, that's nice. You're totally right. Like, the hood is about to wear off as the nice BK or the nice Black Hole comes in.
That was great. Yeah. That was also really big for Nouns that they cleaned up the Jug, basically, right? He got down to like half HP before he got to, and then he spins. And then when you're spinning his Jug in that situation, that sucks. They get him very low with the Black Hole. He doesn't get Omni Slash off. Basically, perfect fight for Nouns. And now they're going to use this advantage to go in the Roche Pit.
Yeah, and okay, well, looks like the cut there. Trying to make it there. They don't have the Warlock ulti. I don't even think they have Puck ulti. They do have Omni Slash, though. They're looking to use this. As goes to Billy, picks up the Aegis. SMD does not have spin. However, that is a 4-man coil. That's a pretty big one. He walks back in. Doesn't have spin. Does Manta dodge. The spin stun, though. As the Omni Slash comes out, that's Fatal Bonds with the Omni Slash, so it's a lot of damage. As Shaggy in the back line, he's getting focused. Can he get out? He's phase shifting. SMD, he's dead. Again, Shaggy on the high ground, super low HP. So, Nouns, they want to chase this. Gunnar jumps in. He's got that DD. They're not gonna. They can't find it. There's no blinks on anybody. As actually, I say that, and I think, did I just see Gunnar pick one up? Does he have a blink coming out? Yeah, he's got a blink. So Gunnar's looking to play the initiator this game because his other heroes aren't really doing it.
It's a lot easier to do that as a core, I guess, with Blink Dagger. Because if you're playing support, you're sitting by your allies anyways. If you're a core, sometimes you need to go in. And he can basically out DPS. Mercy can out DPS lots of people that are more farm than her. You see it all the time as supports, Mercies. So having a blink and to guarantee that you can chase in those moments is going to be really important. Ultimately, what wins Nouns that fight, though, is, again, Jug had to be the guy to kind of walk in first. And it was not super easy for him to do so. And once he gets stunned once, they're totally down to follow up stuns on him. Because if they get him low on HP, his Omni Slash was good. I don't think Warcry was up during it, but it's very difficult for him to be the guy that walks in first. Once he gets Shard, it'll feel easier because then defensively spinning won't feel like a waste of his spin.
His damage, yeah,
They'll get to attack. But for now, it's a little bit hairy for the cut to take fights while they have to play against the BKBs.
Yeah, I will say on the record, I was really underestimating how strong the Marcy mid BKB would be. You're totally right. Jumping these supports seems very impactful. Even like just putting pressure on Shaggy in these fights with BKB and the Marcy ult is like Shaggy can't do anything as he gets jumped by Gunnar again. Can the stun come out? He does connect with the stun, actually doesn't phase shift. Yeah, you can see he's beating himself up about that. Yeah, that's
yeah.
As he does something off camera, I'm sure we can all figure what that is. But he does go down.
Taking notes about how frustrated he is. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Once he orbed after the dispose, you're gonna always land that, but yeah, not touching the Sven stun was a big mistake.
Yeah, and like you said, SMD does want is queuing up the Ag Shard, really wants that. So that way the damage isn't wasted. Moo TP's bot lane. And Costa Billy draws the arrow. He says, let's go into their triangle. These guys should not be able to farm. Get them out. Okay, Jubei's dead. I see. Just the solo kill. Blink Dagger also on Costa Billy, by the way. So that's 2 Blink Daggers at the same time.
Yep. He's very close to Moon Shard too, so his carry potential is not going to slow down anytime soon. He's got just about 3k HP, much more than what Jug has to work with, unfortunately for the Juggernaut. So they're just going to pressure the enemy supports for a while here. I did like the Veil that Zeus picked up. It's very synergistic with the other stuff they're going for, but the problem is that they had some good fights for sure. But the Nouns line up with the BKBs now, it just feels like it's gonna be so much easier for them to take these engagements.
Yeah, I agree. I do like the Veil, but you're totally right that it's like this item that it buffs up all the things that are also like already countered by BKB, and also you can just BKB the Veil because it's the spellable, right? I'm not crazy. It's a soft dispel in BKB, so yeah, it is one of those things where it's like if these BKBs weren't to come out, or if they were like lower duration, maybe. As Costa Billy jumps in, goes on the Warlock, that's probably gonna take him down. Yeah, that's fenced on long range. So this tower looks like it's gonna go down. Shaggy just throwing some spells in, chipping away. And there's a pause. Very nice.
Jenkins, they killed one hero, and look how low that tower is. Like, that was like, they were actually high ground for not a long time. And it just instantly gets blown up. I think it's safe to say that was the plus 20 idle on attack speed.
I think you're right.
Really, really showing its merit there. But, nah, they use God Strength. They don't have Shard on Viper yet, but I'm sure Tiny accidentally attacked the tower once or twice. And did a bunch of damage. So yeah, that's a nice little go there. They're gonna lose their Observer Ward that they placed for the Warlock kill, but it was a nice jump. They still control the map. They're gonna go to the mid tier 2s next, since Gunnar pushed that out with his little illusions.
I think jumping the Warlock is like, it's one of those things where, you know, he's a backliner, so generally it's gonna be decent to do that because he's just so easy to kill in a Tiny combo. But especially for Z-Freak this game, it's like that's the one thing that's going to cancel is BKB Black Hole, which, let's see, is that coming out on the courier? How farmed is this guy? Let's check out his courier. Where is it?
Is it in the base?
No, he's got TPs coming out. Okay, he's, let me go to net worth.
Oh, very rich. 2 teleport scrolls.
Yeah, that's, geez, I die to farm those. I mean, that's the easy way.
Yeah. No, he's pretty farmed. 800 gold past his Blink Dagger they just got, so... I don't... Does he still get BKB this game? He probably does, right? Because there's still, like...
I think so.
Little disables that you really don't want to mess you up, like Lightning Bolt.
It's like one of those things where... I remember I was playing Enigma versus Rubik, and I was playing with Nusham, and he was playing Earth Spirit, and I was like... I went for some stupid build that, like, wasn't this Blink BKB, and he flamed the shit out of me, because he's like, dude, you gotta trust your team... that they'll counter the counter. Like, good players will know that the Rubik counters the Black Hole, and they'll like Earth Spirit silence him, you know. And in this particular game, it's like you can see Costa Billy is putting a lot of focus on jumping Jubei in the fights, and it's not just because he's a backliner; it's because he counters Enigma. And so if Enigma has a free game, like this hero, as we saw at the major, does not lose late game. So it's one of these like rock paper scissors things where, like, you know, you take out the rock, and all of a sudden scissors is OP. Enigma, in this case, is the scissors.
And the thing that Enigma hard counters is the Juggernaut, right? Because even if he walks in and spins, you just hit him with the 4-second BKB piercing disable that also deals damage through it, and then you just kill him with your physical Tiny plus Sven or whatever else. So, yeah, beat the counter so that your counter can counter.
That's right. That's right. That's a common saying. As I'm looking at Tiny's win rate. I'm seeing how Jug is on there. He's not in the top 10.
They went back in.
As they go back in, okay, Shaggy gets caught. I was looking at the win rate, so I didn't see how that happened. Backdoor's even on.
Just a blink dispose. That was it.
That's it. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, Tiny in general, even without the dispose, I think is super good at catching the puck. But, it, you know, the wave is cut, so maybe it was a bit unnecessary from Shag, I can tell you. When he was on Arkosh, he would do this shit all the time. It would be like, dude, we're cutting the wave. Don't die. Just don't die. They'd be like, sorry, guys. And you'd hear him huffing a joint, you know, of something legal. Anyway, goes to Billy, slapping away at those towers. He's one of the few heroes that putting that sidekick on does not make him do that much more damage.
That's a good point. He likes that lifesteal, though, I gotta say.
He does love that. Yeah, he does love that.
So Scourge did a great job pushing out creep waves, but overall his net worth is starting to fall behind a bit. He is behind where Gunnar is, and that is simply because Gunnar has 14 fucking kills right now.
Yeah,
that's had a very good game. So
that's a big boy.
Not often that you see Marcy high net worth like this.
As Costa Billy jumps onto Rajeeks, they just despawns. So that's gonna be the Warlock ulti coming out. The heal also is coming out from Rejix onto his team, and that's going to kill Costa Billy, who goes down. The Black Hole, the Enigma gets caught in the back lines, so he can't get that off. The rest of the team is like, well, what are we supposed to do, guys? We were wrapping around, but you're all dead. What do we do? They're going to camp a ward.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
They wanted to get in there, but at that point, the fight was kind of disjointed, and they could have maybe turned and done a Black Hole, but he was likely to get silenced by Puck there, so...
Yep.
And High Shaggy did go for that backline to do this, so not great for Nouns, but that was some big ultimates, right? Now there's no Warlock Golem. They're just going to respawn, and then they're just going to not worry about the Warlock Golem. They're just going to Black Hole somebody. He doesn't have BKB still, so it's not that easy, I suppose. I'm oversimplifying it a bit. But the game is definitely spooky here. They put a ward down. Does that one get spotted? It's nighttime. Let me take a look. Yeah, they do actually see that observer ward. They know they're here. So Shaggy's being very, very careful. They could, again, just blink, dispose, kill somebody. They've got blink on Sven as well, so very good that Shaggy was careful.
Yeah, I like the Nouns. They lose 2 heroes, but they still don't give up their like aggressive positioning on the map. Like obviously, if the cut were to run across, they're probably going to leave. But if like they're not forced out of an area, they're not giving up any advantage that they have, right? So now the rest of Nouns respawning can connect with them, and they still have this like really nice aggressive positioning. As for Jeeks, he gets caught on the top
really
lane.
Cool.
He has no BKB. Does have the Ag Shard. Oh, Jubei, that's going to be a 2-man Black Hole. Oh, boy. Yeah,
Can't pass up 2.
No, that's too good. I mean, was that the first or second Black Hole of the game? It's been hard for him to press them.
Second, I believe. Yeah.
It's like...
The downside, though, is that, yes, you've killed the Warlock. His ability was on cooldown anyways. I guess it gives you, like, 40 seconds here to get stuff done. Yeah, they're going to go to the top lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Gunner's
can they get another X?
He's going for more. B-God, does he have anything to get away from this? He does have the Heavenly Jump. Gunner presses the BKB. Yeah, that was a...
He's got a regen.
That is
not great, but yeah.
That's okay. Top lane.
Tried to get tricky.
Pressure comes out from Costa Billy. Got that satanic component, some component to that flying out. Hey, what does he have flying out, actually? Oh, he's sending it to the secret shop. Okay, so he's not quite there yet. But I think Roshan, probably the next thing on both of these teams' minds. For the cut, it's like, we just need to make sure that they don't get it. And for Nouns, it's, as we see here in the replay.
That was actually funny. He actually disposed him to the low ground after blinking in, so he lost his attempt at a kill.
I see, yeah.
Which he probably would have killed him. He actually does have Basher, right? So even if the dispose runs off, the reality is that he probably would have gotten the Zeus down to like 25%, and then chasing him down after he heavenly jumped away was probably more feasible.
Yeah, that's true.
So bit of a mistake.
You know,
but it's fine.
Have you heard
that
this?
Shit happens.
Have you heard this thing that dispose goes farther if you're throwing somebody onto a low ground? As I say,
yeah, we saw it on the EG series, right? He threw like a puck on a cliff, and he went like twice as far.
Speaking of puck, Shaggy jumps in. Scourge McDuck, he goes on Costa Billy as they share the load with that Omni Slash.
Their Warcry.
And their Warcry. They're going to walk away from this. BKB is down from Costa Billy, though. Shaggy gets caught. Moo doesn't do a lot of damage, but Costa Billy does. He does a lot of damage. Shaggy does get the phase shift off, so he should be fine. They're just killing the Golem right now. Costa Billy, he's in without the BKB. 80 seconds, he's dead. Gunner jumps in. He's doing a lot of damage. Jubei's going down, but I feel like he just uses abilities, so Gunner actually focuses for Jeeks, because he's actually useful. Can he kill him? He does have the Basher, does get the bash off. And he kills him. Gunner jumps away. Can he survive this? Is there anything they can do to chase him down as Husky? I don't know what the hell's going on here with the Roche Pit. Gunner's slowly but surely running away. They're looking for him. And nothing to really catch him. They do see him with the Golem.
That was a great escape by Gunner. Jumped to the small camp, hit a couple times the lifesteal. At that point, his blink was off cooldown. He blinks away, escapes. But I think the biggest play that entire fight, without a doubt, was Scourge McDuck dropping the healing ward in the Roche Pit during that fight. Like, Nouns did not know that it was just pumping out 5% heal per second to his whole teammate. That's why when Gunner went in to go punch people, they looked way tankier than normal because they're sitting there healing a huge amount of health. That was the big moment.
Yeah,
the Omni Slash was underwhelming, of course, but the rest of it, the Golem was very, very tanky. Nouns couldn't deal with it very well. And as a result, they just couldn't quite clean up cut heroes, and they were forced to retreat.
Yeah, Shaggy, he gets caught, but somehow,
man. The healing ward, see it?
Yeah, he's so tanky. Yeah, you're right. With the armor and the Sanj and Kai as well from Shaggy, it's enough to keep him alive through a combo that otherwise... Oh, man, that was a nice dispose. 3-man. I didn't even notice that in the fight. There's too much going on.
But that healing ward was like, that was like a 4-man healing ward
Yeah.
for like full duration. That's like you're watching like a 1K MMR game and like nobody hits the healing ward. You're like, oh, I wonder why they won the fight. You know, they just got like heals the entire time.
That's
in this
true.
case, hit it in the rush pit. That was really, really good heads up play by Scourge McDuck.
Yeah, Nouns, they're looking to just take Roshan, and they appear to be getting it totally for free. I mean, I suppose because, you know, Warlock ulti's down. Let's see, what else is down? It'd be Warlock ulti and Omni Slash that were the big components that were missing there for the cut.
They got the free shard. Guess who got it?
Is it
the Sven?
Okay, I see. There's been a lot of Marcy shard action today, so I thought maybe it was the Marcy.
Yeah, I like the one earlier today where Soxa was like, I could use this.
He deleted it, yeah, that
or
one.
I could destroy it so I don't increase my net worth
Right.
and thus my buyback by a tiny amount. And the small comeback mechanics as well. That's how bad that was incredible. He thought it was so unlikely to be used. That,
he looked serious too. Like when the camera went to him, he wasn't smiling. I mean, you can't really tell with these players because their
he like thought
lips
about it,
are not on the
he
camera.
Stood still. He stood still for like 3 seconds.
Should
and he's
I
like,
do
all
this?
right, destroy it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Get those Reddit clips. They did end up
It can be good,
losing, so
oh, that's definitely why.
that may have been the difference maker. Destroyed his team's PMA.
Definitely the best person to give the shard to. I mean, the Black Hole one can be okay, of course, but it's most likely going to get interrupted. The Viper one is great if you have a core, but he's a support, so he's going to be sitting in the back. Maybe give it to Gunner, but he doesn't really need to throw his heroes around. He just needs to go play his own game, I think. So I think that was the right choice.
Yeah.
Omni Slash is going to feel even worse now. They do have a Scotty at least, so he's going to be applying some nice slow, and the Maelstrom proc does a little bit, but I just don't even really see Jug DPSing that incredible. Healing Ward is big in the last fight for sure, but yeah, but with Nouns getting the Aegis, now Tiny feels less vulnerable too. He was a little bit dumped on in the last fight, right? If he gets runs out of BKB, then he's taking static field damage and fatal bond damage on him with static field is going to mean his team dies quickly too. So he's definitely the guy that needs Aegis.
Yeah, that's kind of my experience with this Jug versus Tiny matchup is that like Jug's been getting picked a lot this past couple of weeks. Probably primarily because of the BKB change being nerfed. And it just seems like every single time you see a Jug go on Tiny, it's like he omnis the Tiny, Tiny's at like 60% HP because he has high armor, and then he spins the Tiny, and then Tiny's at like 20-30% HP, which is what we've been seeing in the fights. And all of a sudden, Tiny can't fight, and he's also used the BKB at that point, right? So it actually seems like
that's true.
Pretty good matchup for the Jug.
That's a good point. Yeah, if you can do that safely without putting the Jug in danger, that's like a big counter to a lot of carries. Get them low enough where they just don't feel comfortable fighting to the death without a Satanic. There is almost a Satanic on Tiny though. He's about 300 gold away. Shaggy gonna break the smoke here.
He got tossed up, but he orbs out anyway. All right, he's got the Neon Disc, so he's feeling pretty safe about this. Gunner looks right. He went left on Shaggy. He's going to do some cheeky wave cutting action as Z-Freak is still smoked.
They do like this area. It's always satisfying when you get them to run all the way across the map like that, and then rather than TP away, you just stay. So like, shit, everything we just accomplished.
Yeah.
Crossing the map, wasted.
As Rajeet presses that BKB. And yeah, what you're saying is like, you see that a lot with like really good teams. They like false commit to an area, so you all go there. You know, and then they just go back when you leave, and you don't have your TPs, and it's like, well, shit, what are we gonna do? Sit in base? Well, sit in the trees. That's one option.
And they're doing on multiple heroes. Scourge McDuck hit, hiding top two. Coastability does have a creep wave though, so if they can keep this alive, they've got a glyph though, so they definitely can kill it. Jubei being careful, putting Observer Ward down. I don't see why he doesn't just die here though. Oh, the toss didn't work.
Yeah, I tossed the creep.
Those pesky creeps.
I blame the ping, but he is on land now, so it's just those damn creeps, as you mentioned, as he is.
Packet lost.
Yeah, exactly. 27, right? Exactly. 27 packets lost per second. As we see the barracks gets lost as well. One set of barracks left for the cut. This is the one they have to defend because otherwise there are mega creeps that come out, in my opinion.
That's a very good play-by-play knowledge that you're bringing to the cast. I really appreciate it.
I've played this game a lot.
We almost got a second Satanic now. Tiny finished his. Marcy, in case 75% lifesteal wasn't good enough. She's like, no, I want 300% lifesteal.
Here's a mechanics question for you, old Purge McDuck. How does lifesteal stack? Additive or multiplicative?
Additive. Easy.
That's right. That's right.
Multiplicative would be insane.
Yeah, it would.
The only multiplicative lifesteal item is Paladin Sword.
That's true. It's still a busted item because of that. It's a very strong item.
And Sanj, I suppose.
Oh, and Kaya for that spell lifesteal.
That's true. That also classifies as lifesteal.
Yeah, it does. You're the one that makes the classification, so I will trust you on that.
I do not.
Okay.
I'm just a enthusiast.
Saw Purge McDuck on those Wikipedia articles. Thought it was you. This goes to Billy. Getting the high ground. 1 minute left on the Aegis.
That was 2 spells. All right, that was like 4 spells that hit him, and he's at half HP already. It's kind of bonkers.
And now he's at full
And
HP.
he had a pipe aura. Oh my god, that was actually crazy.
Chunking away. At some point, the cut's got to jump. The question is how. I mean, as Costa Billy jumps in, he's just raxing him. It's the in and out.
That was for the ward.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Okay. He desperately needs creeps to slap away.
Yeah. You're right. They are kind of chunking him every time he goes in. This is not the fastest of sieges for Nouns. He kills the creep wave too quickly, so he can't lifesteal off of it as he gets slowed by the Warlock. There goes the range barracks. That'll be that.
Upheaval.
Dude, even with the Marcy leap, he's still so slow.
Yeah.
And he's
The
full
Lotuses
HP
have
again.
been really good, though, because they got 2 of them now. Sven has one as well. So really making the siege easier. So that gives them 12 seconds where they can reflect spells. It's going to hurt Zeus quite a bit. And it also reveals very clearly where Zeus is. They can also remove the Witchblade.
Prevent Omni.
Witchblade slow. They can prevent Omni, Great Point, and Fatal Bonds. So the Lotus Orbs are great pickups this game. But either way, they still have Pipe Aura. They still have the 25 armor Warcry. Ooh.
Moo jumps in. He's getting stunned up by SMD with the Basher, I believe. And he spins. He's got no spin left, so you got to be careful. Costa Bile. There's the Sentry. But that was a Lotus Orb at the last possible second. And it splits the Husky, unfortunately for Nouns. Costa Bile jumps back in, doesn't have that beak. Oh, still doesn't have the BKB, actually. And a Satanic, so he feels perfectly fine with this. So that's the Omni Slash down.
Reset and go. They got Black Hole still. They got the old Rock still, but they're just 1 barracks left. Oh, did they lose? Did Aegis run out?
Yeah, Aegis is gone.
Or somebody? Okay.
That's why they went there. And I mean, Omni's down. I think that's the big thing here. Is that that's a. I mean, reflecting that's pretty impactful. Prevents it entirely.
That's pretty good. He's got a Bash run Juggernaut too. Make his hero a little bit more effective. But so far, it just feels like the lineup on the cut has been a little bit. Definitely reliant on Scourge McDuck going on the Jug. And Jug is not traditionally a starter hero. Can be if you have vision and a blink, but
Heard a stun. Okay, Jubei gets 4-stepped up to the high ground. Shaggy orbs out. Rejects, looks like he wants to go in. Jug is in. SMD's in, but there is a BKB on Costa Billy and also has the Satanic, so Jug is going to take a lot of damage here. Marcy, Gunner's doing all that damage. The Warlock slow comes out. Oh, he jumps in. He's right on Shaggy. Can he get the bash? No, Rejects, he comes in. He's got the heal. All right, the Puck ult comes out. Can Gunner somehow heal through this? I seriously doubt it without the BKB. Did use the Satanic. Not enough. And so that's 1 for 1.
Too much stun, actually. The Starbreaker stun there, in combination with the Lightning Bolt, was a little bit too much. Surely you can slap this tower just a little bit, though, with the creep wave showing on him. They'll play it safe. Killing the Jug still looked pretty easy, though, once Tiny started swinging his big old tree. That was pretty good. Ooh, the Pentedge sword, that looks appealing. Now you can.
That's a dream.
You can attack the barracks from your base now.
Yeah, that's a nice one. It's just about the best, quote, melee hero to get this on. That Monkey King.
Yes.
It's like, okay, that's not.
He's 350 attack range.
Very
on the
reasonable.
Tiny right now.
That is more than Luna, I'm pretty sure. Very sad. I like that Moo's just using the ult to farm. He's not even using it in these fights anymore. He's just like...
I mean, he might as well. They're not going to go high ground, right? They're waiting for next Roche respawn, so...
Yep.
He'll be okay.
Let's see.
Warcry definitely a beast ability at this point, though. 25 armor. That's the Plus 10 Warcry armor, just so good.
25.
He's got 2 tomes.
Plus
This man's
7
reading books.
passive, right? Like,
Yeah. What's that add up to? You got any Canadian math over there?
that's going to be probably more than 25, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's 2 tomes. Is there a reason to hold 2 tomes other than just not having bought it? Because it's dependent on the tomes that you've used, right?
Somebody probably bought it and then just didn't use it for a while or something. I don't know.
Guess it
Yeah, they're
depends on
getting
like,
him to 20.
who's closer
What
to
do
something.
you think they're aiming for? Why rush the Sven? Why Sven the one to rush to 25?
Stormhammer stun duration sounds cool. Just stun duration as mid lane for Jeeks. He gets caught out, gets tossed back by Marcy and bashed and stunned, and he's dead. Has 104 seconds actually. He has no buyback. So I feel like they're going to be playing against Megas here for the cut. They got to do something right now. They are smoked up.
It's one of those moments. They just hesitated a little bit too much with their farm position and they get picked off. Okay. Game state doesn't change that much, obviously, but yeah, it's gonna be harder for the cut to push waves. That part sucks for him. You do not have the best pushers.
Oh, they want to go in, down one guy. I mean, Jubei gets jumped. He 4 staffs away. Costa Billy, he gets Omni Slash. He's taking literally no damage. As the Jug spin does come out, healing ward as well. There's no basher on Costa Billy, so Jug has nothing to catch him other than the Black Hole, which instantly gets canceled. Although Jubei goes down for that. He was right in the fight while that was happening. SMD tries to TP behind the trees. Looks like he will get out. As the Zeus ult comes out, he dies. That's why he ulted. He was about to die there. That's exactly why. And that's going to be 2 dead. And Costa
That was
Billy.
close. That black hole. It almost worked.
Yeah, that was almost disastrous as SMD spins. B-God has to buy back. Shaggy TPing in. Gunner goes for the jump. Can he catch the Juggernaut? He gets silenced, but of course he has that BKB, so he's perfectly fine. Billy doing a lot of damage on the side. We're not even still seeing him kill people, but he is. And that's GG. All right, that's it. As Shaggy goes down, just one extra little cherry on the top there